Okay, here we are. Ooh, alright. Much better. How's it going, everyone? Yesterday I guess I did a update to Streamlabs, and it killed all of my presets. And so I didn't realize that it killed all my presets when I was interested. Well, I did kind of realize it. I saw it last night when I looked at the screen and said, huh, nothing's there. I thought it was perhaps saved somewhere, but it is not. So, anyway, that's why this introduction is just kind of off the bat as I felt like doing it. So, today was supposed to be me going up and seeing the family for... I was just going to go for a short period of time to go have lunch or whatever. And so I wanted to take the new leash I had gotten for Locke out for a spin. I wanted people to see it. It was my niece's birthday. I had sent Locke up there before. But of course, people don't know how exotic pets work. And they listen to any little effing thing about something carrying a disease, and if there's a small child or a vulnerable person or a very, very timid person, because now we're just talking about the temperament of the animal, all of a sudden he looks like the thumbnail that I picked. All of a sudden it's like I have a goddamn alligator for a pet, right? It's just like he doesn't even eat meat. And he's got an excellent temperament for any iguana. And now it's just like, oh the newborn baby. And yeah. And I'm just like, these people, they know better. They ought to know me. But they don't respect me. They don't trust me. And this is my family. So when they told me, no, you can't bring him, it rightly pissed me off. And regardless of anything, I just said, I'm not going. You guys go. You guys go ahead. Right? Because, you know, these are family pets. Right? But there's old world programming in people about pets that aren't cats and dogs. All right? If you don't have a cat, you don't have a dog, or some, like, low-maintenance barn animal like a rabbit or a duck or something. It's just like people look at you like there's something wrong with you. And we all know where all of this is unconsciously coming from and subconsciously coming from with all manner of people. Right? And so that's of no consequence to me. It just so happens that, like exotic pets, I always feel discriminated against anyway. Hey, what's up, Frey and Hella? So, you know, it's like anybody can bring any of their normal pets anywhere. And it's pretty much just fine. Even though you are more likely to have a problem with most particular dogs than you ever will with an iguana with a bite. And so this level of ridiculous is just about my family treating me in whatever way is appropriate for whatever mood they're fucking in. And so I'm just giving it back at them. Being like, fine. Such a simple decision. Right? Because, you know, pets and children have never coexisted anywhere ever before. Unless it was a furry one. The furry ones. We must keep the kids around the furry pets. Keep the unfurry pets away from the children. because Jesus would have wanted it that way, and we got to make sure we're not upsetting Jesus, because if we're upsetting Jesus, then we're upsetting Mom and Dad, and if we're upsetting Mom and Dad, you have killed Jesus. And this is a subtext that has to be dealt with and not entertained and treated like the spoiled child trying to manipulate you that force in your Christian family is. So I'm here doing an impromptu live stream because I chose not to go have an Easter-esque dinner for my niece's birthday, because Locke wasn't invited, and that doesn't fly with me right now. That doesn't fly with me at all. Plenty of times I go up there and I don't bring him. I actually wanted to bring him once. And this just kind of comes part and parcel of feelings that any particular person can kind of have about rejection, isolation, lack of sense of belonging, so on and so forth. And this is the way that people treat each other in a certain culture, right? Over certain things. Just part of their temperament, just part of the way they like to be and stand for, right? It's not even close to the ideas on their heart. They don't have any ideas on their heart other than pre-approved decency or something. I don't know. So, you have to stand up for your own dignity, because it's saying something about you. It's saying something about you because, you're a reptile person. That is part of the subtext. Part of the subtext. For people who don't understand anything. Meanwhile, I can watch a small child play with a cobra on YouTube. Right? This is the weird world that people want to live in. Because ultimately it's because they don't trust me. Ain't nothing gonna matter anymore. And it's not like I'm the most overall sought person in my family anyway. I don't get called up by anybody for anything. It's just like, oh yeah, Steve could probably help you do that. Some simple thing. It's just like, nah. So it's fine. It's fine. What is my value? What is my value to anybody? Am I just showing up for social appearances to keep things, at peace and not a threat to my comfortable situation? You understand? Right? This kind of nonsense that happens to a person by people who still don't understand the way the world works, other than to tell me how to work in their world. Assuming that the whole world just fucking works like that, and they don't want to have nothing to do with anything else, and then meanwhile they've forgotten all of the skills that matter in the world, right? 30 years ago, it seemed like I could talk to my dad about a car engine. And now, he doesn't seem to know anything about stuff that's in cars still that was in cars 30 years ago. So he's been so out of damn touch that he's of no use to me on that level. Yeah. So I only have a threshold for so much bullshit because I like to enjoy myself. I like to have people in my life. What I don't like to have is that implication that you can't do what you want because you're not there yet, which is what's being implied. It's just like, you're not there yet. You know? There's a way that I can treat you that proves that you're not there yet. And this has everything to do with the kind of person that I am, being a different kind of person, almost deliberately. You know, something that got turned into a quote-unquote rebellion when I just didn't understand that I was just doing it differently. Now doing things differently is rebellion. You know? It's just like, oh, you want a pet? Oh, that's cute. You gonna get a cat or something? No, I'm gonna get an iguana. An iguana, right? And it's just like, and then nobody gets it. Right? Because nobody gets you. Nobody understands that level of identity. I suppose they may understand the cool factor because, you know, I can just simply say dragon, right? Yeah, it's because I love fantasy dragon things, right? And that has a whole lot to do with it because it makes everything feel magical when he's around knocking everything over. Where'd he go anyway? He's wandering around somewhere. Anyway. But I just wanted to vent. I've got some stuff to do in the afternoon that I was going to do anyway after I was going to leave from stuff, which I probably would have left in 15 minutes from now. All told, I would have been there maybe an hour. This is the ridiculousness of a family that wants to say that they love people in their family, but they cannot tolerate them bringing what they offer to the table when it is completely alien to anything within their reference point of values or appreciations, such as having a cool, interesting animal that can teach you a lot of certain things. Anyway. So this is just me venting. Perhaps it's a little bit of vitriol. Right? Because at the end of the day, if I did not have an exotic pet, if I was bringing a cat or a dog, this would not have been an issue that would have taken place, that would have forced me to make a decision to either go unhappy or stay and be disappointed that I didn't go, but glad that I didn't go. Because I'm glad that I'm here. All right. That's about it. I gotta finish reconstructing all this stuff, figure out when next time I'm gonna do a Heidegger thingamajiggy. I wanted to do a little different something with this. And I'll put it all together. Hours are going to be picking up at work next week, so I will have a little bit less time to plot a live stream. Okay, I'll catch you later.